In this video, I'm going to do a box opening and review of the Kill Team Typhon box. But there's one small problem. I'm this big, and the box is this big. I think I need to change back for a bit. This is the Kill Team Typhon box, and I have to say, I'm stupidly excited for this, and I don't even play Kill Team. Now, there's two very specific reasons why I'm excited for this, and I bet you can guess them. The first one is the new Raveners lineup. These show 5 different styles of Raveners for the Tyranids, and honestly, I'm really excited to see how they play out in battle, but also to actually look at the sculpt in hand. And then secondly, scenery. This scenery, honestly, it's the first Tyranid scenery we've had in such a long time. I think the last time we got some Tyranid scenery was through Forge World, if I remember rightly. But for me, seeing that Tyranids are getting a little bit more love, well, this box has got it all for me. Now, the Battleclade is in there as well, or Battleclade rather, but to be quite honest with you, I'm not too fussed about them. There's nothing really special there. I mean, there's quite a lot of like Necromunda fodder there. You know, I could have some fun and make some Necromunda style models with those, but I'm more focused on these. So in this video, I'm going to basically just do a box opening and review. Show you the sprues, show you what you get in this box, and then tee this up for the next video, which is going to be a challenge video, doing 24-hour challenge of building all the Tyranids up and getting them all painted. So let's have a look inside this box, and I tell you what, I'm going to use a very special spell just to get me back to being a human again, because I think it's going to be a little bit easier than being a frog for the remainder of this this video. See how long that lasts. Bibbidi bobbidi boo, no ribbity ribbity for you. So this is the Kill Team box. This is the Typhon box. Now, I'm going to try my best to articulate what's in here as well, as best as I can. But I'm going to be honest with you, my true excitement is for the Tyranids. I bought this box specifically for the Tyranids, for the Raveners, and also for the scenery. Now, the Admech stuff, I'll have a look at the sprues. But I'm going to be honest with you, those are probably going to go into Necromunda in some way, shape or form as some form of Necromunda fodder, potentially some, you know, gang kit bashers and that sort of stuff. So, I haven't opened this just yet. I've only cut the 2 plastic tabs that hold it all together. However, we are opening up and greeting? We've opened up and we are greeted with some pretty beautiful sprues, if I'm honest with you. So the first sprues we'll look at are the 2 scenery sprues. These are pretty decent. I mean, that's a good 6 inches, maybe 5-6 inches of capillary tower there. And from what I understand, you can actually place a capillary tower set in this area here, giving so it's either these capillary towers, which I think they're the same thing, or this one, so you can have like one larger spore, or one larger capillary tower. But outside of that, I mean, I'm really impressed with the sculpt and really impressed with how detailed everything is here. Tyranid scenery is something that's very rare to come by in the wild. You know, there are a couple of things from Forge World back in the day, but there's very few bigger bits of scenery outside of the stuff that you find on Etsy and the likes of, you know, the likes. So I think for me, these 2 sprues alone are worth the weight in gold. So we'll put that to one side for the time being, and we'll move on to the Ravener sprues. Now, the cool thing about the Ravener sprues that I found is that a couple of them have scenic bases where they've popped out. The whole idea is that they've popped out of the ground and they're coming to attack. So as part of the sculpt, they've actually used these mounds here for 3 of the 5 and that's all a part of the actual Ravener itself. Now, looking at the sprues, their scything talons are actually now serrated, which is quite interesting. And that's for both their mandible talons and their larger scything talons as well. Then looking further through, I mean, looking at the Crusher Claw, again, very reminiscent of the Crusher Claw that you get on a Carnifex. Looking at the back carapace looks a little bit more curved. So if we look here, the back carapace looks a lot more curvaceous than what a normal carapace would, which is quite an interesting sort of turn. But again, when it comes to actually building this in the next video, we'll see how the actual model comes to form. Now, obviously we've got here, we've got one of the heads, and the heads are quite reminiscent of the warriors, however, without the larger head plate. Again, really nice sprue there. And then we've got another Ravener sprue here, which, again, this I think is the larger Ravener. So for this one, I believe it is the Venom Spitter. And the Venom Spitter is it's the one with the large bulbous back. It looks a little bit more like a Juggernaut than it does anything else. But again, really cool sculpt, different head style as well. Now, I am going to try and find the Alpha. Is it the Alpha? I'm sure it's the Alpha. No, the Prime, not the Alpha. Where is the Prime's head? Because that's a bit different, isn't it? There it is. Right, okay. So this here is the Prime's head. Now, a lot of people were a bit neither here nor there with this particular head, but I quite like it. I've been playing quite a lot of Fallout 4 recently, and it very much reminds me of the Mirelurk King head, which is pretty decent. I quite enjoy that fin. I think it's quite cool, and you can get some really nice effects with like sort of thin webbing and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, overall, really happy with the Tyranid side of things. So let's move on to the Admech stuff. Now, again, this Admech stuff, I'm really not sure what I'm looking... Oh, sorry, and here's the Hormagaunts as well. So that's the regular Hormagaunt sprue that you would get if you were just to buy a box of Hormagaunts. All really cool. I actually don't have any Hormagaunts, which is pretty cool. So I'll be making these up and jobs are good. Admech sprues. Now, you've only got two. You've got the one for your main guy, and then you've got these two sprues here. Now, again, full transparency, this is all probably going to go into Necromunda for me. I don't play Kill Team. It's not my bag. I will be playing it soon. I do actually have a Kill Team that I got. So I got the starter box Kill Team with my friend James. So he and I went halves on that. He got the Nurgle side of things, and I got the Space Marine side of things. So I've got those already built up. They just need primed and painted. And then obviously I've got this Ravener set as well, which I can probably use for obviously a game of Kill Team, because that's the whole point. They brought this Tyranid Kill Team in to sort of fill that gap. So I think it'll be quite interesting to see how that all pans out. Now, in regards to the Admech stuff, again, it doesn't seem to be really here nor there for me. I'm not really too fussed either way. I've never really been a big fan of Admech. They've not really done it for me, if I'm honest. So for me, this is it's just fodder, really. But I understand that obviously Admech is quite a popular army to play. And when it comes to Kill Team, from what I understand, Admech are actually quite decent. So there we go. So that's probably going to go into my Necromunda pile, but even so, happy to have it. Now we move on to the bottom row of stuff. So this is just the Warhammer double-sided. It's not actually an image pack or anything like that you would find on the large boxes. And then we move into the bottom of the box. So bottom of the box has a transfer sheet. It has all the bases. And then this is something I'm not sure of. It feels like it's got some paper in there, so I imagine it's all the rules and whatnot. Let's just get this open. There we go. So open up your dossier, and there's a nice image there. to look at. I tell you what, I do love what they've done with the, I think that's second Mechanicus terrain that they've got. I do like what they've done with the sort of the green sort of ooze that they've got going on there. Right, so we have your Kill Team dossier, which is pretty good. So that's got all your information surrounding your kill teams that come in this box and all that sort of thing. It's actually got a couple of different colorways in there too for the Tyranids, which is pretty cool. So I look for, honestly, I can't wait to build these. It's going to be so good. But yes, so that's all your information pertaining to the scenarios and the actual kill teams that you get in this box. You then obviously get your push outs, so all of your tokens and whatnot. You get a build guide, so that's your build guide right there. It shows you how to build everything, and then you get some cards. So we've got 3 sets of cards, which are all surrounding the actual kill team game. I imagine that those ones are pertaining to the Admech, these ones pertain to the Tyranid, and these ones are actually game cards, I believe, for your scenarios and whatnot. But again, I'll be doing you guys a disservice by trying to muscle my way through and tell you what these are. So these are the event cards. Yeah, so we've got event cards, and then we've got your these are all like data cards for the, what do they call them? It's like an NPC, isn't it? So outside of the 2 kill teams, you can have things come onto the board. So there we had some Hormagaunts, we had some Warhammer Reapers, some Rippers, that sort of thing. So there you go, that's pretty much everything in the box. Now, I appreciate this video has been a bit of a weird one. Obviously, I was excited for this box just for the Tyranid stuff, but I am going to try and build it and paint it all up in a 24-hour period. So for me, I think it's going to be an interesting one to see how I am able to apply my my old Behemoth style to the Raveners and also the Hormagaunts, but then also if I decide to build the Admech stuff as well and paint that up. So I think that's going to be it for me for today. I apologise for the lack of video last week. I've been helping out in the scene recently. I've been trying to sort things out in the community. There's been some things that needed my attention, so I've been there supporting the people that need support, and yeah, everything's been pretty decent. So this next week I'm going to get everything built up. There's going to be a challenge video next week, and I think I'm going to stay as a human for now. I think I'm going to try and I think being a frog was quite hard, and you know, having to deal with everyday life as a frog was pretty hard on my soul. So there we go. But anyway, thanks very much for watching, guys. Sorry that I'm a bit scatty and all over the place today. It's been, I've got to be honest with you, the heat is getting to me massively. It's been like 30 odd degrees in the UK over the past few weeks, and I've been struggling to sleep, and then I've been dealing with loads of stuff with work and loads of stuff in the community, and yeah, I'm feeling it at the moment. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. If you're new around here and you've liked this video, it's just an unboxing, and as I say, it's nothing special. But please feel free to drop me a like, and if you are new around here and you haven't done so already, please feel free to subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by my birthday, but that's in like 3 weeks' time, and I don't think that's going to happen. But if you could drop me a subscribe, that'd be great. Outside of that, I've been Matt. I haven't seen my beard in a while, but it's still there, I promise. And I shall catch you guys later. Bye bye.